Hello. You're muted. Can you hear me? I don't know why you're muted.
Well,
There you go. I can hear you. What's going on?
not much. I installed Linux Mint last week, and I've been honing that. And this is my first Zoom session with Linux Mint on this computer.
Okay.
Is that enough conditionals for you? How come? Okay, I don't see you.
You don't see me. I don't know. Up,
There's- I
maybe up,
see a label that says meeting presenter, but
but
it's a black screen.
you don't see me.
Don't see you.
Hmm. Um,
Now we're virtual today, right?
yeah, yeah. Let me,
Oh, there's okay. There, I got a rectangular screen that says meeting presenter, but I still don't see you.
still don't see me. Let me see about,
Excuse me.
I turned off the background. Do you see me now?
Nope.
Okay, I don't know. Because
Okay.
amazingly enough, the the original computer that I used to use for Zoom at home that the camera
hmm
stopped working in, the camera started working again. Um,
Okay.
I can see myself. I can see you. I
Okay.
don't I don't know. I don't know if it's on your side or if it's on my side because I don't
Well,
know.
everything looks to be in order here, except that all I see a label that says, "Oh, wait a minute, something blinked up there. I don't know what little blue square."
Hmm, very strange. Well, maybe this camera
I'm so
really isn't working. Maybe it just says it's working.
The light's lit, but there's nobody home, huh?
I I, I really don't know. Because I was actually surprised that the camera started working. I went to a website and it said use camera and I said sure, and all of a sudden I had the camera. So uh,
Well, I see a screen for you,
if
but it just says meeting presenter. There's no video. There's just
if I do that, do you
uh,
just see the background? No,
I no, I
just
don't see any background either. I just see a
mm,
rectangular,
right.
slightly different toned screen area, and it's got meeting presenter across the front of it. Let me see if I can. Maybe it is something on my.
Now I just changed the ratio. Um, wow, and I'm really big now. That's now I went back to the HD part.
Okay.
I don't really. Okay, I just clicked on unoptimized video for denoise, so I don't know if I'm doing anything at all, really.
Hmm. Well, hmm. Well, they've put AI into Zoom now.
AI is everywhere.
So yeah, I it has become the default um, advertising. I get emails and it says AI enabled. I think, oh yeah, that's interesting.
I what was it? I went somewhere and I was going by something that totally had nothing to do with uh, technology or anything, and it said that it had AI in it, and I'm like, I don't want this. But I don't remember what it was. I don't remember what I was trying to buy. And I remember I didn't buy it because I thought it was pointless. Why does why does this need AI? Remember that was a couple of days ago. It'll come to me. I'll remember what it was about halfway through the meeting, what I was trying to
Yeah,
buy. But yeah,
yeah.
AI seems like it's everywhere now.
It's the buzzword that everybody uses, and probably 5% of the people that use it know what it's actually capable of or what it actually means.
Yeah.
It's just the latest buzzword.
Well, yes, because we've had AI for a very long time. It's just now it's can chat and it can make us think that it's smarter than it really is.
Yeah.
So
Well, I don't know. I've
I
fiddled
I
with everything on my side.
I fiddle
Let me.
I pretty much fiddled with everything on my side. So okay, Mike Sullivan's coming, so let's see if you can see Mike.
Okay.
So far I don't see Mike.
I
I
should
see
be
his
here.
screen.
I
It
see
says
his
it says Julie.
I see his screen and it says Julie. I don't see Mike. Oh, there he is.
There, hey, hey, hey.
I can see him.
I can't hear him though.
Uh,
Okay.
I heard him just now.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay. I don't see Leroy.
So it's me.
Um,
It's got to be me. So my camera still
so
isn't working.
yeah, neither of us apparently can see Leroy.
Uh, so my
You're
camera.
sure that camera hasn't died there, Leroy?
Honestly, I don't know because I don't know why it started working again. So,
Okay.
and I can see me. So it's clearly doing something. It's just not working
Well, that says that the camera hardware is working. I think if you can see you.
right. but it's clearly not doing something that it should be doing. So, yeah, that's I have no idea what that would be necessarily. Um, anything?
Um,
Art,
Leroy, I got to step away from here because I just got a notification that I got a bunch of medicine delivered on my front porch. I better go get it.
Yep,
Just a moment.
yep.
do you have to
I'll
cross
be right back.
do you have to cross the bridge to get it?
He probably didn't hear you.
That's
Um,
it wasn't worth repeating.
that's a good joke though. I like it. All right. I have no idea why you guys aren't seeing me. So, um, so this is the computer where I thought the camera had died, and all of a sudden it decided to work again, and apparently it's not working. Apparently it's still dead. Um, so I
Well,
keep,
can I comment that you're looking particularly good tonight?
yep. I'm dressed in all black, right?
Yeah, yeah, you mentioned it.
It's my Halloween costume.
So I went up to Staples yesterday at noon, and they said, "Oh, you can't pick up the printer until after 4 on Friday."
Okay.
So,
Did you talk to Ray?
oh yeah, Ray is on board with it and does want to have it, and he's cleaned out his van, and so tomorrow we'll try it again.
Yeah.
I'm not advertising where the what the source of that printer is. I don't think my stepson is doing anything wrong, but I don't want to
I
bring attention to him.
I'm with you.
It's a $2,500 printer.
At least that's a heck of a deal.
Oh yeah, they it was in use yesterday when I went up there, and they were going to chunk in all the extra ink they had and the extra paper.
Well, that makes it an even
Yeah,
better good deal.
that ink they're the big tubs, and so I don't know how much they are, but I'm guessing they're around 60. And I
Well,
think five or six different colors on it.
I am messing with I am messing with video settings. I'm listening. I'm just messing with video settings, so trying to see if anything I'm doing works. And apparently it's not working. So, still can't see me, can you?
Nope.
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 Nope. I'll just be the invisible man.
For some reason or another, I've got a significant delay be, on both the audio and video side.
Um,
It's coming from us, or where are you getting the delay?
Well, if I put my hand up and wave it around, there's about I don't know, half a second, maybe three quarters of a second delay between when I do it and when it appears. And the same thing is true on my sound.
I
Huh.
am not perceiving any abnormalities in your audio or visual from here.
Well, but you don't know exactly when I put my hand up. I put my hand up half a second before you saw it.
That may be true, but I'm still not perceiving any problems.
Okay.
I also aren't seeing any problems. Every now and then, though, you look like you freeze, Art. Like there's a little stutter.
Well, it may be internet connection. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
Although I've got a pretty clean connection these days.
So I have been. It could be me. It honestly could be. I I have been trying to stream. I set up my scanner thing um, to stream out the audio to a place, and while it's working mostly, I am getting random disconnects constantly from it. So um, I don't know if my network has become unstable and I need to reboot or just what is going on. Uh, but
Now you're on Spectrum, or what are you
no,
on?
no, I'm on AT&T basically 5G.
Not AT&T fiber.
Not fiber, no. No. No, if it was fiber, I would say that there was a big problem. But it's on 5G, so you
So
know,
basically, this is the same as your phone.
more or less.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so it suffers from some of the same problems, uh storms or whatever. But generally I'm getting around uh between 150 and 300 down, so it it should be pretty good, you know. Um they of course don't make a guarantee on speed, so um
Well, here I am on the equivalent to Spectrum. It's Xfinity, but it's basically cable, and it's fast down and slow up.
yeah.
And the thing that I like about the fiber that I've got in Milford
Hello,
is
I'm
that it is symmetrical.
a meeting. Can I call you back?
So I get like 500 up and 500 down,
Yeah.
or whatever. What I have found now is I've got 2G up and 2G down. However, all of the equipment I've got, uh, like for example, the NIC cards on the computers and so forth and so on, are all 1G and then limited by whatever other limits that I have on my local area network. So it's throttled by the local area network as opposed to the internet connection, the fiber connection. And I like that symmetric pretty well. Okay, you
That's
have now shifted. You are viewing meeting presenter's screen,
now.
and it's
Oh,
a big black rectangle.
okay.
Let me. There is a view options here. Let me try that.
Hmm.
I'm getting the same thing.
So
Yeah.
it's definitely this computer then.
Now that's a laptop or desktop or what?
Well, it's an all-in-one, so it's basically a laptop. I'm trying to show the my upload my upload is 310 and my down is, or no, my down is 310 and my up is 28.
Yeah, that's about the way mine is here.
Um
Listen,
that
I
but
think it's
well, I had ran the test twice. The first time I ran it, I was getting 10 down and 28 up. So it kind of shows that my speeds vary all over the place.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
well.
But
Are you any place where you're subject to trees interfering or?
no, this is actually I did the recommended site survey that they said to do, and this was the best I was able to find in the house, and uh, you know, I think just just like your cell phone, it pretty much works the same way. And sometimes you sit in one spot and you get great bars, and sometimes you sit in the exact same spot the day later and you get almost no bars.
Do you know where the tower is relative to your house?
Uh, I know where a tower is. I don't know if it's the tower I'm using. It's not all that far away. It's probably 2 miles, maybe. Um, Technically, when I signed up for this service 6 months ago, 8 months ago, um, they said that 5G wasn't available, but every time I have connected and looked at um, the specs on the router, gone into the admin part of the router, it says I'm
Yep.
connected to 5G. Technically, I'm only supposed to be getting 4G speeds, but it's it's a mix. So, um, overall, I have been pretty happy with it, but there are times when I definitely notice that it doesn't work real well. So,
Well,
and
you are in effect sharing with everybody that's on your tower. So
I,
it could be somebody else that's or several somebody else's.
yeah, um, I seem to notice it's kind of weird. I kind of notice problems during the day, not so much in the afternoon or evening. It's
Hmm.
maybe more people are out and about doing stuff. I don't know. But
Well, normally you expect to have a great burst of traffic, sort of right after work, right after school, and so forth and so on.
yeah, I would have thought so too, but seems like during the day it does weird things. I also know that AT&T, just like Spectrum, will randomly push an update, and usually the updates cause problems, and because you're you'll suddenly look over at the router and it will be flashing the little bars that say that it can't find a signal, and you've got to go over and reset the bar. It usually means that they pushed an update.
Well, it's not like 20 years ago with Verizon where I had to climb on the roof wearing aluminum underwear to get a signal.
I one of the places we lived in, it was in Hamilton, and it was basically a Faraday cage. Uh, and we had Sprint at the time, and it was expensive service. And I remember I complained constantly to them, and they finally sent me a box that I plugged into the router, and it basically turned my cell phone into a uh, voice over IP phone.
Hmm.
And from that point on, it worked great if I was inside the house. But it was, you go directly outside the house, about 5 feet away from the metal box that I lived in, and I would get a signal. You go inside the box, and the signal would disappear. And basically, I lived in a Faraday cage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, I
Sprint.
do also.
Yeah,
I do also.
okay.
And the reason is the house that I'm living in here now was built in the early 60s. And in the early 60s, it's a stucco exterior. And in the early 60s, well, until fairly recently, actually, the way you put stucco on the outside of a building was you attached chicken wire all the way around, and it was on spacers, so it was a little bit away from the wood. And then you sprayed the stucco on it. Well, what that means is you're inside of a chicken wire cage. What that really means is that if I put cameras outside, wireless cameras outside, um, and it has to talk to the router through the wall, uh, it is very dicey. I think that's a polite way to put it. So, short of putting access points both inside and outside the Faraday cage, yeah, I just got to live with it.
Yeah.
Um, at some point, with newer houses, they apparently use something that's it's not chicken wire. It's like a plastic kind of a thing. It's same physical shape as chicken wire, but not metal, and so you don't have that problem. But the technology of stucco at the time this house was built was still chicken wire. So it causes me a number of problems. Oh, Steve,
Hello.
can
Hello.
you can you see Leroy?
I cannot.
Well, that makes three of us now.
Okay.
you're coming across as a meeting presenter, Steve.
Yeah, I'm trying to change that.
Well, I'm not suggesting it's necessary. I'm just saying we got two meeting presenters,
And one's invisible.
and one of them is invisible. Well, I always thought that the chicken wire stucco combination in an earthquake zone was to lower the mass on the exterior of the house so that if you did have a seismic event, you didn't rip things apart.
um, I don't know that there was that much cerebral activity went into this design. I think it was just chicken wire works. What's the problem?
And it's cheap.
Yeah.
And it's cheap. That is cheap wins the day. Oh, she is getting large.
She is. She's about 72 2 pounds right now
Wow.
and solid. She's not physically that big. She's smaller than almost every dog I've ever had, but she is solid.
Now, is she full grown physically at this point?
Yeah, she's about 2.5 years old. She might get a little heavier, but that's about it. And if that, not more than a couple of pounds. As Bassets go, she's skinnier than most.
I do you know where the hardware accelerator thing is on Zoom?
Um, hmm,
I don't see it anywhere. I am back on the computer that the webcam died on. So I updated the Zoom client to the current client, and now nobody can see me, but I have video. I can see it. And nobody can see my when I shared the screen. Nobody saw it either.
Well, we saw exactly the same thing we see when you're not sharing a black
A black
screen
screen.
with the title meeting presenter on it.
Yeah. So
are you using OBS?
no, no, I don't even have OBS installed on this machine. I guess I could go and install it. But in the forum, in one of the forum settings, it says to check the hardware acceleration tab. And I don't see a hardware acceleration tab.
Fairly
Hmm.
certain it's part of video. Um, but I don't remember how to get to that once you're in a meeting.
Hmm.
There's a little caret to the right side of your camera icon there.
Yeah, I
See
don't
the
see it.
little up arrow there?
Oh, yeah, there you go. Um,
That's where I'm at. I don't see it.
Yeah, it's a little dim on my screen, but it's a little up arrow, and it's slightly to the right of the camera icon.
Hmm.
right.
I don't know. I really don't know. I
I've
probably,
got a advanced under video that has optimized video quality with denoise.
yeah.
Um,
I I've checked and unchecked that. I've changed the ratios. I've changed the mirroring and the HD. I've done all that. Here, I wonder what would happen if I hide myself. Can you guys see me?
no, you're
No.
still hidden.
Okay. I don't know.
Okay, if you poke around that little of the video settings, someplace in there, I'm seeing a use hardware acceleration for receiving video and sending video.
I
Really?
I do
Yeah.
not see that.
I'm
Yep,
seeing the same thing as Art's saying. It's under video settings.
yep.
Hmm.
I don't have it.
I don't have it either. I'm not seeing it. Makes me
Hmm.
makes me regret upgrading the client.
Well, I think I'm running the current as well.
I've got a Zoom screen now from someone.
That's from
Yep.
me. And this is what my video screen shows. And scrolling down, there's nothing there.
All I see is Zoom, the web page.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's it. That's all I see.
Um,
Okay, well, let me click on what Art and I were talking about, and I'll share the screen. Video settings, and then
You got a neat sunburst pattern coming over your head.
yeah.
yeah, that's the sun. Okay, all right. Are you seeing a sunburst pattern and a thing that says camera and my video?
No, all I see is you.
Okay,
Doesn't look like you're screen sharing that way.
yeah, I'm. I need to turn on the other monitor and get this where I can see both of them.
You should be able to share whenever you like.
Okay. Ah, I clicked on it, but I didn't hit the share button. So
Aha.
Haha. Okay, here we go.
And all I see is Zoom.
Yeah. Yes, I see the same thing I saw when Steve was sharing.
Yeah, that's
okay.
that's pretty wild. Maybe you can't share the Zoom screen. That, I bet that's true. I bet you can't share the Zoom screen.
You can't.
Yeah.
What do you see now?
It looks like you and Julie kind of
Yep.
kind of
Yeah.
elongated
Okay.
or
Yeah,
flattened
There
out
we
or
are.
I can put up the settings screen. I can put it in front of Julie and I, but you can't see it. I don't understand why.
I think you're just not allowed to share Zoom.
Okay.
It probably does like some weird feedback loop kind of deal or something when you try to share it. So it doubles up on itself and then doubles up on itself and then doubles up on itself.
A nice feedback loop.
Yeah. So they try to or so they made it so you can't share it, which I guess makes sense. But so uh meanwhile, it doesn't really help me.
Now has have Julie and I left the picture?
Yep. You're back
Okay.
to
Yep.
you.
And you must have closed a blind or something there
Yeah,
too.
that's correct. I did get rid of the flare. Looking at the background of my picture, I got rid of the flare, but I did not get rid of the clutter in this room.
Oh well. That's what I have my green screen for. Is that I put the green, slide the green screen in place, and it covers up most of the clutter.
For whatever reason, when we go to a green screen here, our eyes and mouth are transparent. And so the background that we pick is showing up through our face. And it's really
Okay.
weird.
Okay. I'm going to try to share my screen again because I did make a change because I found a setting
Okay.
about sharing screens. So let's see if
Ah, my camera is on.
cool. So I
Yep.
figured out at least the screen sharing part of it.
Yep.
Uh, yeah, there's a in the settings for screen share, there's an advanced tab and it says screen capture mode on Wayland, original mode, auto mode, or Pipewire, and I switched to original mode. So perhaps this new version of uh, whatever this new version of Zoom is doing something funky with
Pretty
the
sure that's in
desktop.
video settings too. No, never mind.
I have looked at everything for that I can find in the video settings. So uh, I don't know. It's very strange, but I will put a couple of links since, well, I could probably share the screen now. Um, there's there's this robot that I guess a company is getting ready to sell for like 15,000 bucks.
Really?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a little helper bot, sorta, I guess. It's called the Tron 1. Yeah. Okay, everybody see the video?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's got three modes of operation. And tell me that doesn't look like Ed 209.
Oh, yeah.
That thing's going to kill us. You have 30 seconds to drop your weapon. You have
There's
10 seconds to comply.
I hope there's a not a software glitch.
Well, at least it's
That's pretty impressive
yeah, it actually is.
for $15,000. It ought to be, but that jump off the what 5 foot up or so.
Yeah, I'd say that probably was double its height. Yeah.
Oh, that's impressive.
You
Now,
have
two different versions here, one with wheels and one without.
You
no,
can add the wheels.
there's three different versions if you actually look.
Okay. All
One
right.
has foot cups, one has those whatever the hooves,
Drag
I
Like
guess,
balls.
fists. Yeah.
and then
And
one
one
has
has
wheels.
wheels.
And for 15 grand, you get all three because it's just you just replace the lower half of the leg.
But how hard is it to attach the flamethrower?
You know somebody's going to, right?
Well,
Yep.
attaching the flamethrower is
No,
bad. It's disarming it before you do it.
Yeah, let's see if it's still 15 grand. Yep, 15 grand. Early bird special, 15 grand.
that's a little above my threshold for pain. First multimodal.
Oh, sorry. Yep. I as interesting as the little demo was, I want to see it carrying groceries upstairs because that would be the only reason why I would want to buy it. Because I don't want to carry the groceries anymore.
Well, for $15,000, you can hire the kid down the hall to haul a lot of groceries up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say
It it's cool.
that jump off of that high platform is what impresses me.
I'll put the links to all this in the chat. But yeah, I don't know who LimX Dynamics is, but that's fairly impressive stuff.
Seems like it's a Boston Dynamics knockoff.
Knockoff. And if you watch the video, I mean, it's why does it say somewhere? I think it's about two, maybe 2.5 foot tall.
It's it's an impressive robot.
The gateway to humanoid RL research. I'm not sure what RL means, but
Real life.
real life. Okay.
I don't know. I'm grabbing at straws here.
Your guess is as good as mine. There's some links for you
But
there.
I think going up the stairs there is pretty impressive.
Well, I mean, we've seen uh Atlas and Spot and a half a dozen other robots that can go upstairs. So that's been that's been done, but the jump is kind of cool, and then the high kick that it does, or the splits that it does, that's kind of impressive. But Atlas can do a backflip, so there's a bunch of very impressive robots. So I saw that. I don't remember where I saw that from, but I thought you guys would like to see it. And it's getting down into the semi-reasonable price range especially if you're a school or something where you might want to teach that kind of stuff to people.
Yeah, if you have a need, it's within the range of need.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
If you're just using it to fool around, though, it's a
Oh,
expensive toy.
I that's what I'm saying. I mean, the only need I have for it is to carry groceries up the stairs, and I can still do that. I have no real need for this thing, you know. Um,
Does it say how heavy it is?
I did not see, I actually didn't see any of the specs. I may have missed them. It fits in a suitcase, a big suitcase, fully open, fully open SDK and hardware.
Well, I imagine the battery is a significant chunk of the weight.
One would think, yeah.
NVIDIA, Mojo and Gazebo mainstream simulation platforms. I don't actually see anywhere that tells. Oh, here we go. Um, oh, of course it is. It's in millimeters. 392 millimeters by 420 millimeters by 845 millimeters. Aluminum alloy industrial plastic. 48 volt, 1,000 watts. Trinary lithium battery. Uh, Maximum load capacity 10, what is that, kilograms? 10 kg.
Yeah.
Uh, Point foot wheel balance. 12th generation i3. Okay. It's got an i3 on board. 48 volt. Yeah, you already said that. Uh, I don't actually see a weight, unless I just missed it somewhere.
You said 11 kilos. That's 22 or 24 and a half pounds.
That's load capacity.
Oh,
So, oh, here it is. It says less than 20 kilo kilograms, so 50 pounds,
Give or take.
give or take. So it could carry about half its weight. I, it says less than or equal to 20 kilograms. I wonder if that means 19.9.
who makes that thing? I want
Speaking,
to look that up.
Limex, I put the links in the chat.
yeah,
It's limexdynamics.com.
Cool. Thank you.
yeah, I've got the same screen up that you were looking at for the resources.
Yeah.
But on my monitor, I can't see the right hand portion of it.
Oh, yeah. They're calling it parameters. The parameters of it. I call those specs. So I have to carry the robot upstairs to charge it so that it could go downstairs to bring my groceries up for me.
Well, why don't you just shortcut it and have the robot hold on to the groceries and you carry them both upstairs?
And I carry both. Yeah, thanks. Seems like more work.
You think?
I don't see, do I? Do I see it? Battery range greater than 2 hours under optimal conditions. So that's not horrible. It would certainly carry groceries up for me, a flight of stairs. Charging time less than an hour. So
Well, Leroy, I'm afraid I'm going to have to do the silent movie presentation of, oh, I had to carry my own groceries.
uh, I feel like that every Friday. I feel Patty, so we buy usually we buy two 24 packs of water. And I had been carrying one 24 pack up at a time, and I started carrying both of them up the flight of stairs. And Patty was like, "You're going to kill yourself." So last week, went to pick up both 12 packs or 24 packs, and I went, "Oh, oh, there's something not quite right." So I went right back to carrying one up. She bought us a 40 pack of water one week because it was cheaper, and I don't like carrying that at all. See, I don't mind carrying the groceries so much. It's the stupid water. I don't like carrying the water up the stairs. Build me a robot to carry water.
I grew up downstream from 1,500 miles of journals, so I would be leaving the trunk or the trunk empty and leaving the water in the grocery.
Okay. Mm.
At a complex we were at one point, I seriously considered making an elevator, just
Yeah.
hang it off the edge of the balcony.
When we first moved into this place, I legitimately considered buying one of those painter uh, painter ladder things that has the little electric elevator on it.
Oh, yeah, roofing.
Yeah, roofing. Um, who else? Yeah, until I found out how much those stupid ladders cost.
To load shingles onto my roof, I made one of those.
Okay.
With a lathe.
No, this was made out of PVC pipe and bicycle bearings, and it had a loop around the backside of a rope to keep it from falling off. Pulley at the top of the ladder came down to a pulley at the bottom, and I anchored the whole thing to the driveway. And my motive power was driving the pickup up and down the driveway and hoisting the. My neighbors loaded it and unloaded it for me. I would have shared the loading and unloading abilities, but neither one of them could drive a stick. So
Uh, yeah, I, that was going to be my solution was put one of those ladders up. And then I thought, nope, some idiot around here would steal my ladder. They
What
would just
about
come.
just putting a filter on your water system?
Um, so a few people in the complex actually do that, and I don't think the water. I don't. I don't think it filters it very well. Um,
Are
we
these
have
RO systems?
uh, which what? What's that?
reverse osmosis.
I would assume so. I don't know. They're the things that plug right into the tap.
RO requires power. Sometimes it's got a UV
Yeah,
disinfection thing in there too.
Yeah.
yeah. Um, I'm pretty sure that what the one lady who I helped hook up, pretty sure it had batteries in it. But we have extremely hard water here, and I don't think that osmosis thing works real well. But
What they
we,
use on boats, it filters out salt. You can drink water, I mean, ocean water straight out of a RO filter.
yeah, that, I'm thinking. I always thought we did that through. I guess it was an osmosis system. That was
That's
good
probably
taste.
what you had on your submarines.
Yeah, I guess that was osmosis. They ran it through like a plate that was electrically charged. I guess that was. It took them a while to make water. I know that. I know when we were running low on water, they would limit what you could do. Basically drinking water, and that was about it. But
I'm surprised they didn't use condensate water from the reactor, in which case Leroy would not be black, he'd be glowing.
that would be fun. No, I guess that was an osmosis system that it was between two big plates that were electrically charged. I know that, but I guess I never really questioned too much how we got it. I know that water tasted good though. And it was cold. It was really nice cold drinking water. But I've had some of the water from a couple of these systems that they're using here, and I don't think it tastes very good. It's just I don't think those things work real well.
On Amazon, I'm seeing a few that are around 120. Most of them are around 200. Um,
Was capacity.
the $120 one says
$120 beats 15,000.
yeah, I'm not seeing a doesn't say how much it makes a day. Hmm.
Is this something that uh goes to
Oh,
the
75 gallons per day. It's actually pretty much.
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
lot.
Um,
Is that something that goes to the faucet, attaches to the faucet?
no, it'd go under.
Okay.
I posted a link.
Okay. I'll show Patty. That might not be a bad idea. She absolutely hates the water here. The thing that I helped the lady hook up, I can't find it. I don't know.
I mean, this
Um,
thing is not small. That those filters, if they're what I think they are, they're 4 inches in diameter each
yeah,
and almost a foot tall.
yeah. Here's an under sink system, a little bit cheaper. It's basically the same thing. It doesn't have the large tank with it though. So it looks like maybe this is this is what I helped hooked up, and I don't think it worked real well.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
those are nice. But yeah, it's not quite the same thing.
My guess is that's pretty low capacity, isn't it?
It's pretty much you turn it on, and I think it does it right. What?
Capacity 100 gallons. So that would be total before you got to change the filter.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So
And
that's the life of the filter, basically.
yeah, it says it's an ion exchange. So you're
yeah.
basically just getting softened water.
There's there's something electrical going on with it, but I don't really know what it is. But I've helped a couple of people hook those up to their sink because I think that's what we can get away with here. And it's $22, and I don't think the water tastes any better. So I don't really know if it actually works or not. Now, one of the places where my dad lived, he had one of the big salt tank
Water
things,
Oh, yeah,
softener.
softener,
yeah.
and a reverse osmosis thing, and he used a couple of those pure water filters on his sink, and he still had hard water. It was still just really bad water. He was going through salt constantly. He was always down at the salt place buying salt.
You can adjust how much salt it adds. Um, he may have needed to just adjust the levels. My
Maybe.
dad had a water softener and it made his water taste like liquid potato chips. It was awful.
Well, maybe that's why he had the reverse osmosis thing on it. Soften the water and then osmose it, and then purify it with the purer.
Well, you could always just drink beer.
Yeah. Water,
Not much
water,
more expensive than water.
Yeah.
yeah, just drink pop.
Well, that's kind of what they did in the Middle Ages. They drank beer because it was safe, whereas the
Or
water was not. Beer or wine.
I'm reminded of Bob Dylan's lyrics that say, "The pump won't work because the vandal stole the handle." And in the period of time that they were having cholera outbreaks in London, one of the people there was trying to convince the health authorities, quote unquote authorities, that the cholera was being caused by the drinking water. And he pretty well isolated that everyone who had come down with cholera had somehow or another been connected to a particular well. And so he went up and stole the handle. and that
Okay.
ended the cholera epidemic. So, not every time that someone steals the handle are they a vandal.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Now, earlier I was talking about laughing about the condensate from the reactor being the feed water for the um, reverse osmosis system on the submarine. This was about 35 years ago. Some moron thought it would be a good idea to introduce spent reactor uh, heat exchangers into the scrap supply in the United States. And we spent a friggin' fortune trying to prevent any radioactive material from entering the scrap stream. And the NRC had proposed that they were going to allow this. And it's like, you've got to be out of your mind.
Mm, yeah, they uh they took the reactor very serious. I wonder why. Yeah. Vicente's here. Let's get Vicente.
Okay. Oh, there he is.
Well, I can't see him. There he is.
There he is. We're taking a poll, Vicente. Can you see Leroy?
We can't hear you. We can't hear you. We we, we can't hear you. Uh, okay.
I think we have the complete collection now. We hear no evil, we see no evil, and we speak no evil.
Hello, hello.
There he is.
Hello.
Hello.
We
Uh-oh.
can hear you now.
I changed the camera. I have two cameras. Sorry. This is my other camera.
So one has a speaker, one doesn't.
Yes, I guess.
I've never had a Logitech camera fail.
Yeah.
Well,
My brother-in-law gave me the other camera. This camera doesn't work for him, but it's okay for me. It's working, but doesn't have microphone. I don't know.
No, that one has microphones.
Well,
Try it on Linux.
uh,
before it disappeared.
you got anything new going on, Mr. Vicente?
Oh, I am working with hardware, designing a panel for another computer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I was working in the yard, putting trees that fell down during the vacation.
Right.
So I'm tired, really tired.
You missed the little robot, the thing from
I,
Limex
I
Dynamics.
I missed the robot section
The
of the
robot
meeting.
section.
I can check it after in YouTube if you are
Yeah, I'll
posting.
send him the link there, Leroy.
Yep,
It's a
he'll
pretty
enjoy it.
interesting robot.
It's in the chat in the comments.
Yeah. See if it's there.
Yeah, I can see in the
Well, he
URL.
won't be able to see any chat before he logged in,
I don't think so.
Yeah, I
so
don't
you have
have.
to
I have nothing. Yeah,
repost the link.
yeah.
Okay. Let me do that. Hang
Please,
on.
thank you.
I will
That's an option you can turn on and off.
Uh, Alt H.
Alt H.
Yep.
we'll show you the old chats.
Uh, it brought it up on mine.
Okay. But
Ronnie,
anyway, it's there twice now, so I just put it back.
Ronnie one.
Limex Dynamics, the Tron one.
Wow.
Or
They are selling it, are manufacturing production or something, or it's a prototype.
15,000 bucks. It could be yours.
15. No, thank you.
Or or otherwise called the Ed 209. Does that does that not look like Ed 209?
I am looking at the
Yeah, Ed 209. Oh,
okay. But I saw several robots with the same shape.
yeah.
It's a great advantage to mix wheels with legs, right?
In pairs.
I wonder if what it would do if you put a wheel with a leg, hobble along.
Well, several years ago, the winner of DARPA contest was a robot with legs and wheels in the legs. They were checking who designed a robot to work in a nuclear plant, crossing obstacles and all kind of things. And the winner was the robot with wheels combined with wheels with legs.
Hmm, that's
So
interesting.
they can move easily in every condition. Okay. Talk to Patty to save money for this robot.
Yeah.
Uh, 15, 50,000.
Yeah, one of the links goes to their website and it's 15 grand. It comes with all three.
Yeah, but I think in a couple of years will be a lot of clones for half of that or less.
Oh, it's probably a clone of something that Boston Dynamic did.
Mhm.
Well, the
Maybe.
other thing it has an open SDK, right?
Yeah. Well, according to the website. So,
Which is kind of cool in my opinion.
yeah, it really looks like it's their target is probably for colleges and students more than people, more than a consumer robot. Research people that probably could use it as a research platform to make something better or bigger or carry the guns that Ed 209 carries.
Yeah, I want to see someone hack the software so that you can put it on its head and let it drive.
I mean, that thing looks a little like it, right?
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
Mhm. I didn't see it stomping its feet though when it got to the steps.
It's true. It doesn't have the guns on it yet. It's, yeah, I see a resemblance.
Mhm.
Yep.
Look this page. Let me share the screen.
Okay.
Okay, here, sure. Look, there is a lot of robots with the same concept. You
Hmm.
see this one, this one.
You remember years ago, Boston Dynamics had,
Look, this the Accento,
yeah. Oh, it's kind of an Ed 209-ish.
Accento, and there is another one, the blue one. This one here.
Yeah.
There are a lot of robots with using this concept of movement. This is another one here. And of course, Boston Dynamic with his
There. Yep.
huge one.
Yep.
But this is the one I knew about this accent.
Right after Boston Dynamic, uh,
So Sobi is the same concept also.
yep. What was it? Handle, right? No, that wasn't Handle. Which one? Or was it? I forget what they called that one. But right after Boston Dynamics showed off that wheeled robot, everybody wanted to do wheeled robots.
Yeah.
I don't remember what that one was called. Maybe it was called Handle.
Is that the same thing?
Oh, yeah. I think what makes Tron a little different is you can change his legs out. He doesn't have to have the wheels.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Because they show it without the wheels at the beginning.
Yep. But it seemed like after Boston Dynamic showed off this thing, everybody wanted to do this. Everybody copied this. That was a beast.
Yeah,
That thing's huge. That was 7 years ago.
it's ugly.
Don't Yeah. I think uh I think that Tron 1 is a little different though because you can replace the wheels with the foot cuff or the foot and
Yeah. It's the first three-in-one
It seems
multimodal.
faster also. Seems faster.
it could be.
But some of that footwork, had to happen pretty fast because you know,
Well,
I mean,
I mean, I think Boston Dynamics sets like a goal, sets like a standard, and then people copy it and
Yeah.
improve. Yeah, that Tron 1 does actually look like it is faster.
There is an Accento Pro. Look at this.
Okay.
This is the original, and they create the
Wow.
another one with bigger wheels.
now what company is this?
Company, I don't know. Accento is the Accento, right? Autonomously charging 8 hours battery life. But this is 2 years ago.
Well, it's got better battery life than Tron.
Yep.
Faster than,
Well, I'm not surprised it's faster than Spot.
yeah, yeah, wheels.
Wheels. Oh, is this the
Yeah,
same company that makes the delivery robots?
I don't know.
Do they make the robots that bring food?
Uh-huh. Ah,
Yeah.
yes, I think, yeah.
Okay. I put a link to it to their website in the chat. Yeah, I could see at least partially see Ed 209 in that. except it has big friendly eyes. It doesn't look like it wants to kill you.
Deceiving.
What happened with the camera, Leroy? Are you using Linux again?
Oh, yes. You missed that story too. See what happens when you're late?
Mm.
The computer that the webcam stopped working on, the
Okay.
webcam started working on it again. I can see myself, but nobody can see me, so um I could have switched to a different computer, but you know, I already started. But we'll see if I show up in the recording or not. Maybe I'll show up anyway. And for a short period of time, I wasn't able to share screens either. So, so who knows?
Did you try to turn on
Turn on the what?
the light of of your office, your place?
Yeah, I've got all the lights on.
You are in the darkness.
It's got something to do with hardware acceleration, I think. But I can't find the setting to turn on the hardware acceleration or turn it off. So I don't know what's going on with it. And I upgraded Zoom to the latest uh thing, and that may have messed it up. But on this computer, Zoom would have been really outdated because we haven't used this computer in probably 3 or 4 months. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, it would have been really outdated.
Did you restart after you did your update?
No, no.
Maybe
I
that it's using some kernel module and it's not able to load it.
so I'm hesitant about restarting right now because that
Yeah.
seems to be when the camera decides not to work
Well, it's not working, so you don't have anything to lose at this point.
at this point. So, um, there was a kernel update, what, 3 or 4 days ago, and I did it and restarted then, and that's actually when I noticed that the webcam came back. So I don't know, something screwy's going on with this, but
Do you know what kernel you're running?
I can probably figure it out.
It should be 6.8 or something like that, I would think.
It would be 6.8.0-47, which
Okay.
is the current candidate, supported until April of 2029. That's a ways off. But
Yeah, I'm running 6.8.0-47.
yep, yep, that's the one. And my Zoom version, I just saw it. Where'd it go? Yeah, we've all tried that, Vicente. Nobody can nobody can see the screen. We all tried to share Zoom.
This was
Haha.
my software work today. This part was in here, and the tornado warning 2 weeks ago just break the tree, and in all those parts was the top of the tree, and is the half of it. So that's what I was doing.
Normally, you have to count fingers when you're using power tools, but with the chainsaw, I was just happy to see that your forehead was intact.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, my neighbor died 3 weeks ago doing that. You know,
Uh,
he has an accident,
Punk.
sadly. My wife yelled at me, "Don't do that." But next week will come a company that will be working for 4 days, pruning all the big trees. You know, with huge cranes, they will be pruning everything because the trees are really really tall.
I uh I put my Zoom version in the chat.
Okay.
Um,
Really?
yeah,
My machine says Zoom is already the newest version, 616.1013.
I don't know. I just downloaded it today. I went right to the website
Hmm,
and downloaded it.
cool.
The Mint version. Maybe I download. Yeah, still can't see it. Maybe I downloaded like a beta or something. That would not surprise me.
It's the house all around the house. There are trees.
There you go, Steve.
Wait for the
Excuse me.
acceleration.
Huh,
I just
cool.
clicked that. Just click that and download.
I might do that in a little bit.
Yeah, be prepared.
Or
Be prepared. There may be problems.
you can change the windows.
Uh, I'll have to go and dig up a an older version and see. But yeah, it's entirely possible that this webcam actually isn't working, and it just looks like it's working. That's a possibility too. I don't know how to prove that. So, uh, everybody get the email that we're not going to have a meeting next week. It's Halloween,
Yep.
and
No,
Patty says I'm going to go trick or treating with the grandkids.
Okay.
October.
Yeah,
Patty says no. Okay.
Patty says no. Yep. So,
Okay.
um, just want to make
Nice.
sure, just want to make sure everybody saw that.
Yeah.
I
Um,
always associate Halloween with rain. and
Mm.
cold.
Yes.
Well, the last years was horrible.
My my general duties for Halloween, it's not so much going and walking with the grandkids, it's driving the car behind them and keeping it nice and
Yeah,
toasty and warm for them to
yeah,
get in.
yeah. Okay.
Um, that's my general duties usually is Patty will go out and walk with them and
So they will be in close range of the car
yeah,
in case of wind
yeah.
or
Now
rain or whatever. Yeah.
I am well you can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, I am planning on sticking some LEDs up in the window and doing like a Knight Rider swipe kind of Larson scanner kind of deal and making my car telling everybody that my car is has a Halloween a Knight Rider Halloween costume on. And when the cops stop me, I'll just look at them and say, "Yeah, it thinks it's Knight Rider tonight." And see how far that gets me. But I'm planning on doing that this year.
So they can upload the candies in the car and continue filling
Yeah.
the buckets.
They usually that's not what they do. It really is more is the car warm? Let me in the car.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
warm.
yeah, yeah.
Um, and every now and then, the neighborhood that we trick or treat in usually is kind of spread out. So a lot of times they'll get in the car and we'll drive down to the next block of houses and they'll run 3 or 4 blocks ahead and I'll be down at the end of those blocks waiting for them to get back in the car. But generally speaking, that is my duties as Papal to keep the car warm and let them have a ride. And then I take them back to their to where their parents park, which is usually in a Kroger parking lot. So because they get tired walking and can't walk anymore. But we usually have a good time. See a lot of stuff. Last year, I think I saw Ecto 1 pass by a couple of times. What?
Things that I cannot unsee.
So the little kids round the corner and they go, "Look, there's a cow."
There's a cow.
That's hilarious.
I usually get, "Are you a cop?" Of course, I get that anyway, so it's it's nothing new. But I'm thinking when I add the lights, it'll be worse. So I'll get, "Where's the candy at?" Because the cops drive through the neighborhood with their lights on and hand out candy to kids, and it's a good time. But, but yeah. Um. uh, uh, after after Halloween, though, we'll be back in person at the library for a couple
Okay.
weeks. And then November's going to be another short one because Thanksgiving is on Thursday. Thanksgiving's always on Thursday.
Okay, again.
So, um, and then of course in December are those weird times. So everybody's got to remember the weird times of December. But I don't think it's going to be that big a deal. I think we'll be all right. And
I can do the 21st. That's a virtual, right?
yeah, Patty
Yeah.
hasn't she hasn't said anything else about that. So let me make sure that's still that
I mean,
that's still a thing that we need to worry about.
it's all the same thing, just whether or not I change my name when I log in.
It pretty much is, isn't it? There's a pumpkin.
A
There's
lot
a
of
there's a pumpkin in the chat.
That's hilarious.
Now, did you make that or did you find that
no, no, no.
somewhere?
I found
Okay.
in WhatsApp in a comment, but there is a like four pumpkins there,
Mm-hmm.
different sizes. Well, it was interesting.
I think the tongue is a turned inside out pumpkin too.
And yeah, another one maybe.
And gourds for horns.
The gourds.
Oh, that's impressive.
I think
Yeah,
there's at least seven pumpkins there.
Probably
yeah,
the
because one, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, at least six.
well the
Okay.
impressive thing is carving out the tiny pumpkin.
Mhm. Okay, one. So,
That would be the hungry pumpkin.
The hungry pumpkin. Uh, I don't know. Did we ask Steve if he was up to anything today? Steve
I'm
just kind
not.
of showed up. Are you up to anything?
Nope. I was at work later than usual and I'm just tired.
You look a little tired. Your little macro keyboard is sitting in New Jersey right now. It was supposed to be delivered today, but it's still in New Jersey, so I don't know what's up with that.
three keys and a pot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Remember.
It's an encoder. It's not just a pot.
Okay.
It's an encoder. Um, not that I could get it to you before unless you really want it before November. But it's
Meh.
somewhere floating around in the States.
November's pretty close. It's not a big deal.
Um, yeah, it's been sitting in New Jersey for like 3 days, and they keep saying it'll be delivered today. Yeah, that's pretty much impossible. But thanks for trying. If there hasn't been an exit scan from New Jersey, it's not going to be here today.
No,
But uh, there's that, and I guess that's it. I don't know. I didn't really work on anything this week. I played around with my 3D printer and you can't see the prints. I made a cube. A One of the grandkids wanted a cube, a Rubik's cube, and of course I didn't make him a Rubik's cube. I made him like a fidget cube. But it's kind of cool. I've
Maybe
been fidgeting
maybe
with it.
you can use the phone for connect to the meeting or
Yeah, I probably could.
to use the
Maybe.
camera.
I I I I might be able to do that.
Well, this week I found a 47-inch Vizio smart TV, and we already have that size television. We don't need another one. I don't need any more. I was compelled to pick this up because it had a remote taped to the back of it.
Oh,
It indicated to me that it was probably working. And the remote, if you turn it over, had a QWERTY keyboard on the back of the remote, which I thought was rather interesting. So I have been trying, or had been trying, to give that away free on Craigslist. I don't understand why it's so difficult to give something away that has value.
Part of that is the Vizio bit.
Just because it's a Vizio is a poor quality, or
Vizios are different, or at least they used to be. I doubt they still are, but Vizio was its own thing.
Vizio used at least back in the day they used Yahoo as the app store, and that kind of shot them in the foot to start with. Um, Now my Vizio, uh, it had the same remote that you've got, and I think Netflix still worked on it, but nothing else did. So, um,
Recording in progress.
okay, we don't need to do that. Uh, okay, it's still hearing me. Wait a second. Let's turn that down. Ow!
Working.
ah,
Wow.
I thought you were going to show us the remote.
No, I don't have that remote anymore. Um, I don't know what happened to that remote.
How much infill in this?
Do what?
The infill, the
10%
plastic,
maybe. I made
several.
one
Okay.
for every grandkid.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
They'll be
Yeah.
here Saturday,
Nice.
and
Very nice.
they're going to fight over colors, I'm sure, because they're grandkids. They're a little stiff, but they turned out pretty good.
This is a PLA.
PLA,
Yeah.
um, and That's what I was going to say. Um, Let me get rid of this. That other printer, the printer, the, it is exactly like you thought it would be. So you put filament into it, and then you tell it, it's got four banks, and you tell it which bank has the what color. And then when you go and slice it, you set the color in the slicer to match the color, and it just automatically knows. It'll pull the color closest to whatever filament color you tell it. So if you've got red and purple and you select pink, it will select red as the color
The closer,
because it's
closer
close to
one.
pink. It is a very cool setup.
How does it sense the color?
It
Well,
doesn't. You've got to tell it.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is not an auto sensing thing where it's got a camera. So that's pink,
it
that's red.
doesn't have a camera, but if you buy their filament, um, they've got RFID tags in the filament, and that will tell
Oh,
it. So it's got RFID readers somewhere in there that will tell it. If it doesn't have, if you just buy generic filament or filament without the RFID tags, then you have to tell it that, you know, what color it is. And it only gives you like 6 or 10 selections of color. So you just match whatever's closest. And then when you slice it, if you're doing a multicolor deal, you tell the slicer what color you want to it to slice as, and the printer matches as close as it can. It's very cool. And then, of course, like for these cubes that you can't see now, uh, for these cubes, I just sliced one file. I sliced it as black, and I just stuck in other colors. And if there's only one color in there, that's the color it picks. It doesn't, it can't pick any other color.
hmm.
So I sliced them all using black filament, but was able to print them in multiple colors with one slice. So it's very cool. It's a very cool printer. And if for some reason, like if you told it to print in pink and you only had red and purple loaded and it selected red and you said no, I really want this to be purple, all you have to do is tell it you want it printed in purple, not red. So it's a very cool printer. Um, the only my only real at this point my only real complaint is it doesn't auto level as much as I think it should, and I've had to run the residence test on it a few times, but I think it's because I keep moving the printer. I cannot find a good spot in this room for the printer. So, um, anyway, that's all I know. And it's 7 o'clock, and Patty will be knocking on my door here in a couple of minutes with tacos. It's taco
Thanks.
night.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So,
Very,
This taco night, huh?
yeah.
very
Okay.
important.
So I will hopefully see everybody November 7th. And,
Okay.
you know, in the meantime, have a happy Thanksgiving, happy
Halloween.
Halloween. And we'll see
Bye,
everybody
everyone.
later.
All
Bye.
right.
Good
Take
night.
care.
Bye.
Bye
Good
bye.
night.